Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a review on a newish foundation. It came out about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, and it is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. And this is what it looks like here. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen tons and tons of reviews on YouTube, and the reason I decided to do one now is because all of the reviews I've watched are for people with oily skin, maybe combination skin, and of course the reason for that is because this is supposed to be a matte foundation or a modern matte. And so, of course, people with oily skin are like, yes, give it to me. People like me with dry skin are like, no, get it away. And so I was like, you know what? I want to let my dry skin peeps out there know how this works, give you the inside scoop, because I do typically stay away from matte foundations because the ones I've tried do look really cakey on my face. They cling to the dry patches on my face. But I actually don't really like a dewy foundation either. So I thought maybe this might work for me. So I will definitely give it a go and see. One thing to take note of is that this foundation does oxidize. So the best thing that you can do is to go in, maybe do a little swatch and let it sit there, walk around the store for 15 minutes and see what it looks like at that point. Or even just get a sample, take it home with you. But I would probably go one shade lighter than what it looks like whenever you originally swatch it, because it will oxidize. So the reason it's important to get the right shade is because this is a full coverage, highly pigmented foundation. So if you don't, you will definitely be able to see the difference because it does have so much pigmentation in it. So that's one tip there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you'll see, I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation, and then I will check in throughout the day to let you know how it looks on my face, and of course give you my final thoughts on the product for dry skin, of course. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so as you can tell, I've already started applying the foundation. I feel super bad because the camera was not on whenever I squeezed out one full pump of product on my hand and started blending it out. I've obviously already started on this side of my face. I didn't want to wipe it all off and restart, so I thought I would just pick up where I'm at now. So I've pretty much gotten this part of my face covered. And like I said, I did one full pump. I have a little bit of product left on the back of my hand, so I may need just a little bit more. But one full pump covering this much of my face is pretty good. And it does look right now like it's a little bit lighter, but like I said, it does oxidize just a bit. So I'll give it a minute and see how it looks. Okay, right now in this lighting, this looks a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my eyelids just to see if it evens out that discoloration that I have up there as well. Okay, so I finished up the foundation. I added a little bit to my eyelids, like I'd mentioned, and a little bit under my eyes, and it actually did help conceal and correct some of that discoloration that I have on the top and bottom. And you can see that it did oxidize, like I'd mentioned, so it is a little bit darker than what it was when I applied, and I do think it's a good match. It kind of matches throughout my neck. So everything looks good there. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, see how everything applies on top of this foundation, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay everyone, so I have finished up the rest of my makeup. First thing I do need to note is that I did not use any powder products on my face, did not set any part of my face at all. Well, I lie. I did use eyeshadow, which is technically powder. So, but my eyelids are actually a little bit more oily than the rest of my face. That's the only part of my face that ever gets oily. But the eyeshadows went over the foundation really well. The reason I didn't set anything, even my under eyes, is because once I put just a little bit of concealer under my eyes, it did seem a little bit thicker and a little harder to blend out. So I thought that was a sign I should probably not put any powders. It might end up looking too cakey if you do that. I used a cream bronzer, cream highlight, and so far everything looks really good. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look super drying, it doesn't feel super drying. So far I do actually like it a lot. So I will check back with you guys in about 8 hours. It's about 2 o'clock now, so I'll check back in 8 hours to let you guys know how it looks at the end of the day and let you guys know my final thoughts on the product. So just stay tuned and keep watching. Okay everyone, so I am back for my final thoughts on this foundation. Now I do apologize for the lighting. I'm actually in my restroom right now because I just broke my lighting as I was setting up to film this part of the videos, so I thought I'd try this lighting and see if that looks a little bit better. But I will say guys, if y'all can tell from the lighting, this foundation actually looks really good on my skin. It doesn't look super drying or super cakey at all. And so I'm actually really impressed. It's around 9:30 now, so it's been almost 8 hours since I've had the foundation on, and I have to say it looks really good. And if you guys do have dry skin as well, I would still give it a try. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with it all day. It doesn't feel dry on my skin. My skin still feels actually pretty moist, but it still feels pretty hydrated. So if you do have dry skin, definitely give it a try. Just make sure you do moisturize prior. But overall, I say everything looks really good with this foundation. I hope this review was helpful for you guys. If it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below as well. I'll also leave my Instagram account name down below if you'd like to follow me there. But yeah, I guess that just about does it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.